Torah portion number 51 is entitled Nitzavim, translates to You Are Standing. It's taken from Deuteronomy chapter 29 verse 10 through chapter 30. The Haftarah is taken from Isaiah chapter 61 verse 10 through chapter 63 verse 9. The apostolic portion is taken from the book of John chapter 12 verses 41 through 50. Deuteronomy 29:10. All of you are standing today before Yehovah your Elohim, your leaders, your tribes, your elders, and your officers, all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and your sojourner, who is in the midst of your camp, from the one who cuts your wood to the one who draws your water, so that you should enter into covenant with Yehovah your Elohim, and into his oath which Yehovah your Elohim makes with you today, in order to establish you today as a people for himself, and he himself be your Elohim, as he has spoken to you, as he has sworn to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzhak, and to Jacob. And not with you alone I am making this covenant and this oath, but with him who stands here today with us before Yehovah our Elohim, as well as with him who is not here with us today. For you know how we dwelt in the land of Nitzavim, and how we passed through nations which you passed through. And you saw their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were with them, lest there should be among you a man or woman or clan or tribe, whose heart turns away today from Yehovah our Elohim, to go and serve the mighty ones of these nations, lest there should be among you a root bearing bitterness or wormwood. And it shall be, when he hears the words of this curse, that he should bless himself in his heart, saying, I have peace, though I walk in the stubbornness of my heart, in order to add drunkenness to thirst. Yehovah would not forgive him, but rather the displeasure of Yehovah and his jealousy shall burn against that man, and every curse that is written in this book shall settle on him, and Yehovah shall blot out his name from under the heavens. And Yehovah shall separate him for evil out of all the tribes of Israel, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the Torah. And the generation to come of your children who rise up after you, and the foreigner who comes from a far land, shall say when they see the plagues of that land, and the sicknesses which Yehovah has sent into it, all its land is sulfur, salt, and burning. It is not sown, nor does it bear, nor does any grass grow there, like the overthrow of Sodom and Amorah, Admah and Seboim, which Yehovah overthrew in his displeasure and his wrath. And all nations shall say, Why has Yehovah done so to this land? What does the heat of this great displeasure mean? And it shall be said, because they have forsaken the covenant of Yehovah Elohim of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim. And they went and served other mighty ones, and bowed themselves to them, mighty ones that they did not know, and that he had not given to them. Therefore the displeasure of Yehovah burned against this land, to bring on it every curse that is written in this book. And Yehovah uprooted them from their land in displeasure, and in wrath, and in great rage, and cast them into another land, as it is today. The secret matters belong to Yehovah our Elohim, but what is revealed belongs to us, and to our children forever, to do all the words of this Torah. Deuteronomy 30. And it shall be, when all these words come upon you, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before you, and you shall bring them back to your heart among the Gentiles, where Yahovah your Elohim drives you, and shall turn back to Yahovah your Elohim, and obey his voice, according to all that I command you today, with all your heart and with all your being, you and your children. Then Yahovah your Elohim shall turn back your captivity, and shall have compassion on you, and he shall turn back and gather you from all the peoples, where Yahovah your Elohim has scattered you. If any of you are driven out to the farthest parts under the heavens, from there Yahovah your Elohim does gather you, and from there he does take you. And Yahovah your Elohim shall bring you to the land which your fathers possessed, and you shall possess it, and he shall do good to you, and increase you more than your fathers. And Yahovah your Elohim shall circumcise your heart, and the heart of your seed, to love Yahovah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your being, so that you might live. And Yahovah your Elohim shall put all these curses on your enemies and on those who hate you, who persecuted you. And you shall turn back and obey the voice of Yahovah, and do all his commands which I command you today. And Yahovah your Elohim shall make you have excess in all the work of your hand, in the fruit of your body, and in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your ground for good. For Yahovah turns back to rejoice over you for good, as he rejoiced over your fathers. If you obey the voice of Yahovah your Elohim, to guard his commands and his laws which are written in this book of the Torah, if you turn back to Yahovah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your being. For this command which I am commanding you today, it is not too hard for you, nor is it far off. Is it not in the heavens to say, who shall ascend into the heavens for us, and bring it to us, and cause us to hear it, so that we do it? Nor is it beyond the sea to say, who shall we go over the sea for us, and bring it to us, and cause us to hear it, so that we do it? For the word is very near you, in your mouth and in your heart, so do it. See, I have set before you today life and good, and death and evil. In that I am commanding you today to love Yahovah your Elohim, to walk in his ways, and to guard his commands, and his laws, and his right rulings. And you shall live and increase, and Yahovah your Elohim shall bless you in the land which you go to possess. But if your heart turns away, and you do not obey, and shall be drawn away, and shall bow down to other mighty ones and serve them, I have declared to you today that you shall certainly perish. You shall not prolong your days in the land which you are passing over the Jordan to enter and possess. I have called the heavens and the earth as witnesses today against you. I have set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. Therefore you shall choose life, so that you live, both you and your seed, to love Yahovah your Elohim, to obey his voice, and to cling to him. For he is your life and the length of your days, to dwell in the land which Yahovah swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Jacob, to give them. Isaiah 61:10 through 63:9. I greatly rejoice in Yahovah. My being exults in my Elohim. For he has put garments of deliverance on me. He has covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decks himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorns herself with her jewels. For as the earth brings forth its bud, as a garden causes the seed to shoot up, so the Master Yahovah causes righteousness and praise to shoot up before all the nations. For Zion's sake I am not silent, and for Jerusalem's sake I do not rest, until her righteousness goes forth as brightness, and her deliverance as a lamp that burns. And the nations shall see your righteousness, and all sovereigns your esteem. And you shall be called by a new name, which the mouth of Yahovah designates. And you shall be a crown of comeliness in the hand of Yahovah, and a royal headdress in the hand of your Elohim. No longer are you called forsaken, and no longer is your land called deserted, but you shall be called Hetzibah, and your land married, for Yahovah shall delight in you, and your land be married. For as a young man marries a maiden, so shall your sons marry you. And as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall your Elohim rejoice over you. I have set watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem, all the day and all the night, continually, who are not silent. You who remember Yahovah, give yourselves no rest, and give him no rest till he establishes and till he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Yahovah has sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength, no more do I give your grain to be food for your enemies, nor do sons of the foreigner drink your new wine, for which you have labored. But those gathering it shall eat it and praise Yahovah, and those collecting it shall drink it in my set-apart courts. Pass through the gates, prepare the way for the people, build up the highway, remove the stones, lift up a banner for the peoples. See, Yahovah has proclaimed to the end of the earth. Say to the stranger of Sion, see, your deliverance has come. See, his reward is with him, and his work before him. And they shall be called the set-apart people, the redeemed of Yahovah. And you shall be called sought out, a city not forsaken. Who is this coming from Edom, with garments of glowing colors from Bozrah, who is robed in splendor, striding forward in the greatness of his strength? It is I who speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Why is there red on your raiment, and your garments like one who treads the winepress? I have trodden the winepress alone, and from the peoples no one was with me. And I trod them down in my displeasure, and I trampled them in my wrath. Their blood is sprinkled upon my garments, and I have defiled all my raiment. For a day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed has come. And I looked, but there was none helping, and I was astonished that there was none upholding. So my own arm saved for me, and my wrath upheld me. And I trod down peoples in my displeasure, and made them drunk in my wrath, and brought down their strength to earth. Let me recount the kindnesses of Yahovah, and the praises of Yahovah, according to all that Yahovah has done for us, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he has done for them according to his compassion, and according to his many kindnesses. And he said, they are my people, children who do not act falsely, and he became their Savior. In all their distress, he was distressed, and the messenger of his presence saved them. In his love and in his compassion, he redeemed them, and he lifted them up and carried them all the days of old. John 12:41 through 50. Yeshayahu said this when he saw his esteem and spoke of him. Still, even among the rulers, many did believe in him. But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the congregation. For they love the praise of men more than the praise of Elohim. Then Yeshua cried out and said, He who believes in me, believes not in me, but in him who sent me. And he who sees me, sees him who sent me. I have come as a light into the world, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. And if anyone hears my words, but does not watch over them, I do not judge him. For I did not come to judge the world, but to save the world. He who rejects me and does not receive my words has one who judges him. The word that I have spoken shall judge him in the last day. Because I spoke not from myself, but the Father who sent me has given me a command, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his command is everlasting life. Therefore, whatever I speak, as the Father has said to me, so I speak.